Generally, low price products means low margins, more customer support headaches, and a tough road of real revenue ahead. But there are three exceptions. Three specific types of low price products under $100 that I do recommend. They scale beautifully, they have high margins, and they convert better than most free opt-ins. Let's dive into all three right now. I just wanted to take a quick second to say thank you for being here. You're a learner, you're a doer, you're my kind of person. And if you want to join people just like you in our growing community of entrepreneurs, hit subscribe right under this video. You grow, we all win. Thanks. Number one, short challenges or boot camps. These can range between $29, $99, even as low as $19 if you want. These are 3-day or week-long challenges designed to help your customer achieve a clear result in a short amount of time. Here are a couple examples. A 3-day social media content challenge for service providers. Or when I was running my software company, Webinar Ninja, we had a challenge called the Automated Webinar Challenge. And it challenged people to create, you guessed it, an automated webinar. What makes these challenges special is that they're pretty high leverage. You build it once, you record the content for each day of the challenge, and you run it over and over again to your audience. They're also high margin. There's almost no delivery cost once you build it once. And finally, they build trust fast. You are able to help someone get a quick win for a low cost in a short amount of time. That's the best sales pitch for anything you have to sell next. And in my opinion, these challenges are pretty versatile. The model works whether you're selling software or coaching or digital products or even services. If your challenge delivers real value to your customers, people will want more. The next offer, your high ticket product or service, will convert much easier because they've already tested the waters. And as they say, a paying customer is the best customer, so they've already paid a little bit of money for the challenge, and therefore they're happy to pay you more if you've proven yourself in the challenge that you can get them a result. Let's say you run a $49 challenge for 1,000 people. You just generated $49,000 in revenue. You also built a massive warm audience that are likely to want to continue with you in the future. You've created this great pipeline of buyers that can then buy your $500 to $5,000 to $10,000 offer. And because it's all pre-recorded and lightly facilitated, it's scalable and you can run ads to it, you can bundle it, you can license it. The sky's the limit. The second low price product I recommend is a book. Typically books are about $10 to $30, right? I always say that a book is still one of the most underrated marketing and business tools out there. It's a low cost for the buyer, about $20, and yet it can position you as a thought leader, an authority, and even get you a lot of free press, whether it's locally or on podcast interviews or on YouTube. I want you to look at the best-selling nonfiction authors that you love, okay? Whether you buy their books on Amazon or whatever it might be. Dig into their personal websites, whether it's James Clear from Atomic Habits, or it's Ryan Holiday, Obstacles Away and all his great books on Stoicism. Go to their websites, go to whoever you like, and you'll see that they're selling high ticket offers off the back of that book. Whether it's selling consulting or courses or speaking engagements. I just did a must-read episode on The Lethem Theory by Mel Robbins. If you go to her website, she gets paid lots of money for speaking. Some of them run masterminds. Some of them spend a day with a sports team to get their mind right before a playoff period. The book is the front end, is how it introduces themselves to the world as an authority, as an expert, and it allows people to get to know them at mass. It works really well because people actually pay attention to something when they've purchased it. So even if it's just $10 for that book, they are invested in what you have to say. Also, if the book delivers and gives lots of value, the reader assumes your paid offer is going to be 10 times more valuable. It also opens lots of doors, like I mentioned, when it comes to media, when it comes to speaking engagements and conferences, partnerships, sponsors. This all becomes easier with a best-selling book. And here's the kicker. It's evergreen. Some of my favorite books have been publishing for decades, and they keep earning money. They keep earning trust with their audience, whether the author is still around or it's moved on to their family. Once you have written the book and it's published, especially if it's self-published, you could sell it again and again for years. Same effort, reoccurring return. Now, the margins. The margins are not massive, but not terrible either, especially if you sell direct or bundle it with another offer or again, self-publish. More importantly, it acts like a trust machine. It's very, very low cost on your side to build that massive amount of trust. When people finish your book or even read a lot of it, right, most of the book, they're going to say, wow, if this is what I got for just $15, imagine what they would give me if I paid $500. Third low priced product, live group coaching. Let's say you charge $49 or $99 for a 2 to 3 hour Zoom session where you teach and coach and answer questions live on this call. It's a low risk for the buyer and it's high leverage for you. Let me explain. Let's say you're a coach for Airbnb hosts. You run live sessions showing them how to boost their income by $500 a month with just a few tweaks they can do to their listing. If you deliver on that promise, your attendees will beg you for your higher price package because they just got an ROI. So if they just paid you, let's say, $100 for this session, and now they're making an extra $500 a month every month, they'll be like, okay, please, I want more of that. You just proved you know your stuff. Now, here's where it gets really fun. Let's say, for example, you have 150 people that attend your live coaching session and you charge $99. So that would be $14,850 in a single day for that 3-hour session. I mean, zero fulfillment after, other than maybe if you want to offer a replay, the recording of that session. You get a bunch of warm leads, in this example, 150 warm leads for your bigger ticket item, your offer that shows how they can earn more or how they can do better with whatever you teach. The margins, absolutely great. It's low stress. It's very high impact for them as the customer, where in 3 hours, they've got so much out of it. And in return, you get an incredible amount of trust built, but also you get a lot of people that are going to be interested in what else you have to offer. It's scalable too, because if demand grows, just run it quarterly or monthly. And with technology now, with Zoom, you can have hundreds, even thousands of people on a call. This works incredibly well if you already have an audience, even a small one. You don't need 10,000 followers to get 100 buyers. Now, before I wrap up, let me give you some insights that I think can really help you when it comes to these low price products. Remember, whatever you decide to sell that's low priced, make sure it covers these 3 areas, that you see these as like criteria, check boxes you have to tick. Number 1, is it scalable? Meaning, can you sell more and more of this thing to more customers without having it cost you more and more money every time you sell to a customer? In all the examples, you produce something once or you do it once and you are able to fulfill that product to many people over and over. The second tick box you need to tick is make sure that it's high margin, meaning what's the difference between how much it costs you to fulfill this product to your customer versus how much you're actually earning. So whether it's time or effort or money, you want to make sure that the difference is huge. So in the example with the challenge, you're going to spend maybe a week, building out the challenge, recording the videos, putting up the pages, and then marketing it to your audience. Now, I can sell this challenge over and over for years to come. Okay. So remember that the amount of money you make is going to increase over time as well. So this is a very high margin product because I'm going to be able to sell it over and over without having to produce anything every time, as well as the fact that when I get a customer, it's pure profit. It doesn't cost me too much money to supply this challenge to our customer. And number 3, it is a great conversion tool. Make sure that it helps you or it's aligned with your higher price product or service. This is called a value ladder, where you have something for free and then you have something paid that's this lower price product we're talking about, and then you move them up the ladder with something that's a little bit more money, a little bit more expensive, more of an investment, but they're going to get more of a return on an investment. So make sure there's something for them to graduate to and that it's aligned. You want to make sure that when somebody consumes your low price product, the next logical step in their head is to buy your higher price product because that's going to help them further beyond this short term, small, and low price product. So, again, scalable, high margin, great conversion tool, right? So, if you've been sitting on a big product idea right now and you feel stuck, one of these could be a launch pad. Choose one of the things that I just mentioned today, whether it's doing the challenge, whether it's writing a book, whether it's doing a live coaching call. These are a great way to, one, sell your product, but two, to validate your product. Validate to see if somebody actually wants to buy that thing. Because if the mini version people are not interested in for a lower price, then might mean you need to tweak what you're actually offering your audience. Remember, a customer who pays even $29 is 100 times more valuable than a free subscriber who never engages. This is somebody who's transacted with you. They're a customer, and they're more likely to buy from you again. So build something small, deliver real value, and get your customers a win fast. That's how you build trust, confidence, and momentum for both them and you. If you found this episode helpful, you'll love my 3 Things newsletter. Every week, I send you 3 things. 1, something to think about to improve your mindset. 2, something to do so you are taking action week after week. And number 3, something to learn so you're skilling up and become better and better as an entrepreneur. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is sign up for one of our freebies. For example, just go to 100mba.net/escape and download our escape plan, and you'll get added to our newsletter automatically. Until next time, keep selling smart and keep building trust with your audience so that they can keep buying from you again and again. See you in the next one.